Hello and welcome. This is Dwayne Lesner, Western Canadian SE for Nutanix. Nutanix being a virtual computing platform, whether that is ESXi, KVM, Hyper-V, really our whole goal in life is to deliver a platform for virtualization combined with both compute and storage wrapped into a solution. That solution really being scalability, simplicity, and also speed. The ability to start small and to grow to whatever size your business dictates at any time is really the genesis of Nutanix. We have a distributed file system which allows us to do this with consistency for all of your applications as you scale out, and also removes the need to operate with a SAN. My point here today is to really walk you through the 3.5 Prism UI, which is really that dashboard that encompasses all areas of your data center and helps you to deliver your private cloud. So let's just get into that right away. Log into the dashboard. It's all HTML5 based, anywhere, anytime, any device. You can have this on your handheld, or you could have it on the NOC for your data center. So right when you log in, you get a general overview, you get your hypervisor information, you get a storage summary, you get your virtualization. We also get alerts and events. But that's really just the tipping point for yourself. There's multiple things that you can do. Since we're tightly integrated, built from the ground up, the UI is actually a distributed application. It runs all in the nodes. It's highly available. But the best thing is there's really no setup involved. You know, that first half an hour that gets your nodes up and running, you're ready to deploy VMs, but you're also, this dashboard is ready to go for you. So starting off, we have VMs, which is really, you know, your workload. Once again, you always get a nice overview to start with, but you can quickly drill down into the table scenario. I'm pretty sure even my mom could figure out who are the heavy hitters are. You can sort all the tables. So I can quickly find out that this VM here is using and abusing the system. So I go take a look, I can drill down, and that's really, you can keep doing that. You start general, you find a problem, you drill down, you can see what's really going on. And there's a nice visualization layer, so you're not having to look and figure out numbers. It's really meant for anyone to pick up and use the system, and hopefully giving time back to your highest paid people on your team so they're not having to do break fix. And so if we keep going through the areas, we have also a detailed storage overview as well that gets us kicked off. You can see what the amount of space is being used from a flash perspective, and our capacity drives. Since Nutanix does auto tiering automatically in the background, you can get some insight into that as well. You can get, you know, from a cluster overview, the number of IOPS and bandwidth that's happening in the system. But you can also drill down to the container level, which is really the policies for your VMs. Everything we do at Nutanix is VM based. The containers allow you to group VMs, so you can apply maybe a different policy. You have the ability to go in, quickly update it to whatever you want. We have the ability to reserve capacity, the ability to enable inline and post-process compression, and also with 3.5 we introduced our dedupe, which is fingerprint on write, a lockless architecture that does not prohibit or limit you for performance from a random I/O point of view, but gives you all of the benefits from an application performance, which is spread over RAM and flash. Moving again, a nice overview. The heavy hitters is from a host perspective. You can also drill down into a nice visualization view of your hardware. If there's any failed or stressed components, they'll be color coded. Say if this drive went, it would be red. You could click on that and see what's going on. You can tell the hypervisor that it's located in, and then from there you're able to diagnose what rack it's sitting, what node that it's on, and also then fire up the blue LED because you also have the IPMI information at your fingertips. I don't want to spend too much time there. I want to do an overview of DR as well. So the main thing here, we are per VM replication. You can see the last successful replications that happened. We don't really have anything going on right now, but you can get into here look at your protection domains. So the ones that are active are the ones that we're hosting and then replicating out, and the ones that are inactive are actually coming in from another site. So Nutanix doesn't have any limits on the number of sites that you can handle. We also do both dedupe and compression for those multiple sites. We'll never send another block, the same block twice, and we actually operate at a sub-block level. So we are really utilizing your bandwidth to the most. We also can update on the fly. We don't operate in a rigid architecture. Since we are totally software based, you can quickly add VMs to that protection group if you want. Business rules change. That's the whole problem with LUN-based architecture, is that you're kind of either architecting for performance or availability, and then if there's any changes to the business rules, you actually have to go back and re-architect everything. So here with Nutanix, you do have quite a bit of flexibility. You can change your whatever that recovery point objective that you need it to be, and also a retention policy as well that is fairly flexible. Hit save. So really the ability to have a BCP plan for your organization up and going fast, and then the ability to respond to business rules. And it's totally integrated. There's nothing that you need to do additionally to get this set up and going. That software is included on the Nutanix storage controllers, which are on every node. This, though, being kind of the bread and butter, though, from a Nutanix perspective, our big data heritage coming from our distributed file system and other pillars of our organization from Astrodata and Teradata. You can quickly move this range picker around, and then you have the ability to correlate events and alerts with actual metrics. You can create your own metrics if you want. You have the ability to do that. You can pick multiple metrics, whatever. If you have a problem and you have an idea, or maybe you don't have an idea, you can use the alerts and events to find that resolution and cause. We'll pop this guy in, hit save. So you can definitely have it quite customizable to our needs. Slide it over. And then look at the events. You also get a nice little breakdown of cause and resolution, so that anyone on your team can quickly diagnose it, or if not, you can call our support line to get that looked after. We both have our events, and we also have VM related events, so everything is covered from the Nutanix Prism UI. And also from an organizational standpoint, authentication, there's multiple ways to do this. You can actually use Active Directory, click on directory service, get going, add the new directory in. That's available too for you. You do also have the ability to lock down your clusters if your different security policies affect your organization. You have that there, but you also have the ability to customize any of the alerts that get emailed out. Maybe you need something that's faster, or maybe even a slower frequency based on your needs, so you can set this user defined as well with Nutanix. But at the end of the day, it's an integrated solution: performance, manageability, scalability. But it also doesn't stop there. Nutanix also has a REST API Explorer, which is ultra cool. Even if you didn't know anything about REST API, you could really get up and going pretty quickly. You can drill down into this. It'll actually generate code for you. So we're just going to list off some of the containers that we have. It lists out the URL that you would need to contact. You also get all the code. If you wanted to do something more advanced, and you didn't really know how to go about doing it, you could actually load up the code into the body here, and then you'd be just having to enter in the integers values that you would need, and you're really off to the races. So very powerful in building out your private cloud to have this at your fingertips. Also, one last thing before I leave you here is also the search is context aware, right? So if you're just looking for a VM, for example, you'd be able to quickly drill into that, bring it up, and away you go. I just want to thank you for spending the time to review some of the features from the new Nutanix Prism 3.5 UI. Really, it's a one-stop shopping for all your needs from a hardware, compute, storage, and hypervisor perspective. Really easy to use and quick to get up and going with a low overhead for maintaining it. Please, if you have any questions, contact myself, Dwayne at Nutanix.com, and also check out our website, then the resource section. Multiple tech notes, white papers, and reference architectures there for you as you rebuild your data center for the future. Nutanix will be there to support you along the way. Thanks again for your time, and I look forward to providing some more videos in the future. Bye now.